So I'm walking today. You want to see the green one? This place just opened. That's the green one. Next door, this is the Lotus dealer. And next door is the Maserati dealer. Oh, Maserati has a truck. I didn't know Maserati made a truck. Did you guys know that? Maserati has an SUV. Cars kind of look like Teslas. No, these cars are on the street. They're all over the place here in Hong Kong. Maseratis are very common in Hong Kong. There used to be a Lamborghini dealer here. It's not right, SUV. So this used to be the Lamborghini dealer, and then they moved nowhere. I just dropped my car off at the shop, and I was going to go up to the Peak and then walk down to the Peak and get noodles, and then I said, well, why don't I just walk through the city for a few hours or whatever until the noodle shop opens. I could do my morning hike here in the city. Porsche dealer, I think, is just up ahead, actually. It's on the street. I'm not really sure. I mean, that's more of a common car. That's not really an exotic. There's a Toyota dealer down here. The Ferrari dealer is on the south side. You know, I know where the Lamborghini dealer is. He's up in Wan Chai now. I'm using an iPhone X, iPhone 10. So I have a Nissan Elgrand minivan. A completely utilitarian dadmobile. I speak English, as English is the official language of Hong Kong. Japan is very busy, but it is also 5 hours away from Hong Kong by air. It's a bit of a hike to get to Japan from Hong Kong, China. You know, I don't really know exactly when the noodle shop is. I mean, I've gone in there as early as 10:30, but they're kind of like, yeah, what are you doing here? By 11, they're certainly open. 11:30, they're going. Don't really have that loud. What do I do in Hong Kong? I have a small startup, an influencer marketing platform for live streamers, and I'm also a dad. I do dad stuff. It's about 10 o'clock, I don't know, 9:30, I think, here in Hong Kong. What time is it in New York City? So this is the Porsche, no, this is the BMW dealer. Oh, that's the BMW hybrid, the i8. That's a pretty cook-ass looking car. That's the BMW hybrid. What, BMW now makes bicycles? What the hell's up with that? So this is like Auto Row here in Hong Kong. Lots of car dealers here. The gross domestic product of Hong Kong is comparable to that is higher than Japan or Germany. You know where I'm at? Oh, okay. However, 20% of the population lives in poverty, and the upper 1% live in extreme wealth. The Gini coefficient of economic inequality is the highest in the developed world here in Hong Kong. The cars cost the same, but the tax is basically 100%. So a luxury car pays basically 100 to 115% tax, and what we call first registration tax. So a $200,000 Ferrari is going to run you $235,000 or whatever, $230,000 in tax. So this is actually a really crowded walkway up there. I don't want to go up there. Let's just stay down here. Hey, Turkey. Basically double, yeah. So that's all the government goes. That's Immigration Tower, Revenue Tower. That's where we go for all our government document needs. No, well, there is a registration each year, but it's not. It's a sliding scale down, considerably down. The first registration tax is the big one. I think I pay about $1,000 US to register my car every year here in Central. Oh, okay, cool. How long in Hong Kong? Well, about 7 years now, 7.5 years. We've been in Hong Kong. Oh, that was a nice pair of legs. 18 hours in a tin can. Well, that's not actually what they say, but it sounds like it. Yeah, about $1,000 US to register my 10-year-old truck every year. You get the idea, they don't really want cars on the road, okay? There's 550,000 private autos, and that's too many. Gasoline is $8 a gallon. $8 US a gallon, basically. Hey, Ohio. So, they just don't want you to drive. They want you, and you don't really need to. I know lots of people who have lived 20 years, 30 years in Hong Kong without a car. It's not a necessity. You can get by speaking only English. Not everyone, of course, speaks English, but most people speak enough English to answer your questions or help you out. If I was to go up to any of these people and ask them in English, can you help me get to the subway? Do you know where there's a McDonald's? They'd be able to help me out. Some of them could have a full-on conversation. Oh, you from the United States? What's it like there? You know? Then some would just be like pointing. The trains can be a little crowded. Hey, Vegas. A lot of them know and understand English. They don't really want to speak it necessarily, but they know what you're talking about. So this is the Mini Cooper dealer. Oh, they moved down here. They're moving here. They haven't got their cars here yet. Have I already missed the donut shop? I think I haven't. All right, should we go to the luxury gourmet donut shop and look at donuts? Donuts. English all the time. I have a car. The weather, it's kind of warm today. It's like 22 Celsius today. It's like 72 Fahrenheit. So what's this? This is the Nissan dealer. Oh, they have the El Grande. So that's my car. So this is the current version of my car. Mine's a little bit more boxy looking than that. That's the Nissan El Grande. In Japan, they actually turn them into ambulances. They're so big. You'd like to see some donuts. Like, who wouldn't want to see some donuts? Okay, donuts this way. Hey, you want to see a bunch of 14-year-old boys jump into the Periscope? This will do it. Let's get a bunch of 14-year-old boys. Come, 14-year-old boys. Come to the scope. Come to the scope. All right, did we get enough of was there enough of the clip? Yes, there was. There they come. You need to get there for like 5 seconds. I've visited Japan quite a bit. What? Where's the girl in the bikini? I was promised a girl in the bikini by a thumbnail. So we're going to a place called J-Co Donuts, J.CO Donuts. It's a Singapore, Malaysian donut chain. And they've got a branch here in Hong Kong next to the Outback Steakhouse. Or you can get a bloomin' onion, because everyone wants a bloomin' onions. Do I have a wolf? I don't know what that is. Not using a gimbal, no. Well, if you're thinking about 1,000, I mean, listen, my rent is $8,500 US dollars a month, $8,500 US a month. So, I mean, paying $1,000 a year for a car tax registration is not really like a big deal, yeah? Actually, we say Lei Hao here, but ni hao. Where's the donut shop? Is it this block? No, it's not that block. It's gotta be this block. I pay $14 US for a gallon of milk, $10 for a box of Cheerios, $5 for a thing of brownie mix. You say Lei Hao. Oh, here it is, J-Co. Donuts. God, it smells. You know what it smells like in here? It smells like donuts. That's life in one of the most expensive cities in the world. What is that? Oreos. Dang, it's like crumbled up Oreos on top of a donut. Chocolate on the inside and outside. Cake. I'm gonna get a glaze. It depends on each. What should we get, guys? Sugar ice. I'm gonna get a sugar ice. I don't know if I should get the Oreo. I've never had the Oreo. Oreo and a glazed. Oreo and a sugar ice. Now we're gonna eat here, man. We have Hong Kong dollars. Hi. Hi. Can I have a sugar ice and an Oreo for here and a Fiji water, or and this one.
48.
So we just paid with our subway transit card. Yeah. Oh, thank you. 48 Hong Kong dollars, about 5 US dollars for 2 donuts and a water. Oh, no, I've got an iPhone. This is my iPhone X. Okay, which one should we eat worst? Which one should go first, guys? Hang on a second. Hang on, I have an iPhone 10 yet. Hang on, my phone is dropping. I gotta open up this bottle of water. There we go. Okay. I don't know which is the best. Okay, we're gonna go with the Oreo first. No, they don't have Dunkin'. Oh, wow. It's so sweet. Usually when you get Oreo stuff, it's all crunchy, but this is like really sweet. This is like a sugar donut. Oh, let me try again. That's really good, guys. Guys, this is delicious. Normally I don't like Oreo stuff because the Oreo cookie is so like dry and crunchy, but this is like sugar. Okay, here we go. This is all gone. That was the sweetest Oreo donut in the world. They don't list calories, but this one was like 2 donuts and a water was 48. I think the donuts were 18 each, so about $2 US each. Look at all that sugar. Guys, do you think I could eat this entire donut in one bite? Oh, it's powdered sugar all over my phone now. No. Let's take another bite of this one. So this is powdered sugar, which means it hits your tongue and turns into powdered, like sugar saliva. $5, yeah, that's a good donut shop. All done. They have filling. I didn't get the filling ones. Usually the ones with filling. That's the cappuccino. This one has cheesecake. This is tiramisu. Green tea. This is chocolate on the outside and inside. This is white chocolate. That's the Oreo. I had that. That's a Don Machino. Caviar covered strawberries. This is crunchy something. Chocolate covered caviar. Heavenberry. This is some sort of berry thing. Jackie Chunk. This is chunky donuts. Avocado glaze. Forest, dark forest. Marble hazel. Green tea. Mississippi chocolate sprinkles. These are almonds. Berry spears. This is strawberry and cream cheese. White dessert, small coconut. Royal tea, rich milk tea inside the donut. Nutcracker, and then the sugar ice. I probably got the 2 most boring donuts that they offered. Yeah? But that's just me. Let's go find people again. We're going to cross the street here. Yeah, Cheerios are too expensive. Fruit Loops are actually cheaper than Cheerios here, at least in my grocery store. Freaking clicky, man. No, I don't speak Chinese. You don't need to. Hong Kong is an English-speaking city, more or less. All right, jaywalk. There we go, got a green light. How much is a kilogram of meat? It depends on what you're buying. I mean, I buy like 175 grams of ground hamburger for like $3. So that's about what, 5 ounces is $5 US for hamburger. Actually, the money is really cool. Actually, I prefer the money to American money because it's all different colors and they're different styles and they're different shapes. Like the more expensive bills are bigger than the smaller bills. It's kind of cool. There are some people that speak nowhere near as many English speakers as you'll have here in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, English is an official language of the government. I mean, it's officially written in the law that government documents shall be in English. The law is in English. The courts are in English. The police are trained in English. I mean, kids study English in school. In Shanghai, there are wealthy people that speak English, but not everyone. Oh crap, I could catch that tram if I hurried. Not gonna get it. Yeah, Cheerios can be about $10. No one's ever miscounted my change here. You always get ripped off. Man, you must have like a face they don't like or something. Of course, I don't always shop I don't go to the markets that often to shop where they might be more amenable to ripping you off. We're gonna wait for this one. It's just gonna be here in a minute or so. The iPhone X was the same price. I mean, yeah, I mean, things are in English and Chinese here. I mean, just like there's a store to buy contact lenses. Hong Kong is very vibrant and exciting. It is definitely a fun place. They think you're a tourist. I get away because I usually have my kids with them. And my kids, I'll speak Chinese to my kids in the markets, and then I look at that person, and then they're like, okay, I can't really tell if this Guilo speaks Cantonese, so I can't really F with them that much. I pick up Chinese for my kids. Oh, this is a good one. You know why? This one's not going all the way across town. It's going to stop, so a lot of people aren't going to ride it, which means the best seat is open for me. Front seat, front seat. Everybody wants a front seat. Your phone's upside down. Climbing. What is the tram? So we're on a tram, guys. Oh, we could talk. We'll just come across as this weird guy. You pay when you get off, yeah. Thanks for the super heart. This is actually, right up here is like the fastest part of the entire tram system. They like get booking up here to like, I don't know, 20 miles an hour, who knows, 10. So if you're just joining me, I'm Penguin 6. I hike you around Hong Kong every single day, showing you the sights of the city. There are a lot of huge markets. People, you're going to see people in just a moment. We're on a tram right now. Look at this dude, just like being a boss and like walking down the middle of the tram tracks. Like, I don't care. Why'd I go to live in China? Because I met a girl. And fell in love. 2 weeks, cool. Do I ever see anyone scoping? Rarely, but there are a few periscopers here in Hong Kong that we collaborate occasionally. This guy's like a boss. He's going to take on Mr. Smiley Tram. So I'm on one of these trams here, just like this guy. Or this one. Oh, look at this dude. This guy's like, I'm a boss, I'm going to ride on the tram tracks. We're booking now. What year is it? I think we've been together about 20-some years. Then we met in the United States. She's a U.S. citizen born in China. We moved over here after our kids were born. Actually, we lived here, so we were married, we lived over here, and then we went back to the U.S. for a few years, had kids, and then we moved back to Hong Kong. 24 years ago yesterday. Oh, that's cool. I don't know when I met my wife. I met my wife about 20 years ago. Yeah. Which one? The one on the right, the Lipo Center? Or the Bank of China? I do dad stuff. I didn't know she was the one. You just know. I didn't know she was the one. She lost a bet. It looks like little koala bears climbing up the side of the barrel, or it looks like little alien face suckers collapsed onto one of their victims. English is widespread here, yes. Not as much as Amsterdam, but yeah, she lost a bet, had to marry me. That's what she gets for playing against a guy with a loaded deck of cards. Win this hand, I'll give you money. English in the first line, yeah. Most of the international businesses will have English as the main language, and then Chinese is like used in the support functions. But there are a growing number of companies where Chinese is the main language. I mean, at least for expats. Of course, for the locals, Chinese is the main language of business. It's just when you're dealing with Western clients and stuff. English is it's not disappearing. Its usage is going downhill, though. I think more people now speak Mandarin than English as their main language. So this is where a tram went drifting. Now there hasn't been any SARS in about 10 years, 15 years, but it's always out there. It's always a risk. Yeah, HSBC is coming up. This is the quarterfinal appeals. Any Chinese stars? Movie stars? Yeah. But most of the Chinese web streamers are on Chinese apps, like Live.me or Inky or 17 or Momo or Yi. HSBC is here. Chinese is a language. There are two versions, Mandarin and Cantonese. The government actually does not make a choice as to Mandarin or Cantonese. They just say Chinese is our language. The tram is very slow, but then again, it's only about 20 cents American. So, and it's not air conditioned. So what do you expect? Yeah? What do you expect for a quarter? Oh, I just realized the Christmas decorations might be up. Should we go? Show the upper side. What do you mean? The other side? What, inside the tram? It's like this. Outside the tram, it's like this. Our Christmas tree's over there. I don't think it's been lit up officially. The Christmas tree's right back there, yeah? That's the official city Christmas tree. Move the camera up. Oh, like that? No, my face is George Jetson face. Yeah, Christmas is a big holiday here. It's actually, obviously they celebrate it more here than they do in the U.S. Publicly. I mean, there's like Christmas lights everywhere and massive displays and Christmas trees. And it's just like, it's a big, big holiday for shopping. We're going to go see a massive Christmas display right over in this building. So I'm going to get off at the next stop. How cold will mid-December be? 60s during the day, possibly in the 50s at night. Is definitely bring a hoodie. If you're going to be out a lot at nighttime, you might even consider a heavier coat. If you're easily cold, honestly, bring some lightweight thermals or something. Better for models. Oh, Hong Kong, much better for models. There was a story in the South China Morning Post last week about models going to mainland China and just basically being abused and treated very badly. There was a model committed suicide or died recently. Go read, look up South China Morning Post China model. Go Google search of that. Just type SCMP China models, and you'll find the article that ran last week about how all these Eastern European girls are pulled into China, and it doesn't end well. Where did I put my stupid card? It's in one of my pockets. I pay for the frickin' tram now. Here it is. Back last pocket I looked for. Actually get paid a lot more than local prostitutes. Like when you go up into the red light district, they have signs that show like the different prices. The coldest temperature we've experienced in the last 7 years was 32 Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. And the city went crazy. In fact, they closed like schools because it was too cold. I'm gonna just jaywalk. No cops. Now we're down in Central. We're on Pedder Street, Pedder, right in the heart of the city. We're going to go into the Landmark shopping mall and check out what Christmas displays they might have set up, if any. I don't know if it's fully functional. This is Louis Vuitton's new windows. Yeah, red light. It is legal for a man or woman to entertain someone in their own home for money. To do it on the street is illegal, but to do it in your own house is legal. So it's kind of like England. It has the same laws as England. -40, that sucks. Oh, it's all lit up. It's all lit up. Oh, we're gonna have to do a special video down here soon. You guys are the first to see this. This is the Christmas display. This is the Christmas setup in the Landmark Shopping Center in Hong Kong. They are up. It's a big whale. This mall spends money. I had to back up to show you it all. Yeah, they change every year. Go big or go home. Where's the train? Oh, the train's not moving. What's this? Remember last year's Christmas film? Bears! They always have things. Stuff up there too. Paper airplanes.
I want to create a magical medicine to save all the children across the world. Here comes Santa Claus right down
of the internet. Teddy bears and reindeers and Christmas trees and little animatronic kitties. The light show was a special art thing last week. Christmas is a huge holiday here. You have to understand that this is basically a British culture here in Hong Kong. British and Chinese. I mean, yes, people learn Kung Fu, but they also have bagpipe bands. Look at the whale. Check out the whale. You see that? That was cool. About 15% of the city is Christian. Little kids everywhere. And the little animatronic dollies go back to bed for another 30 minutes until the next show. Oh, they're still going. Oh, there goes the train. Where's the train going? Let's catch the train on the other side. It's got to go around. Where's that train? There he is. He's still there. We're even with the train. Oh, is he going into a tunnel? Oh, he's going inside there. It's very pretty. So we're going to have to come back with the other cameras and do a big display. Oh, look at these little kids. They just love it. Kids out with their nannies. These are Filipino nannies taking care of the kids during the day while their parents are out at work or lunching. Bye-bye, train. All right, let's go up. Okay, so that's the first one of the year. The other one I know is set up, but I don't know what their performance schedule is, how often they're actually doing stuff. Let's go up this thing. There you are. We do this sort of thing every day. Showing you my city. I don't know if you guys got a good view at the flying paper airplanes that are above this thing. It is a big display. They spend easily over a million or two, a couple million US on Christmas displays in this mall. I think I read one year they spent 10 million US. 10 million US dollars. Macau ferry is about 45 minutes to an hour to get to Macau from Hong Kong. Depends a bit on traffic and weather and wave conditions. Indoor water parks, many, yes, but not like really fun ones, not like American. But you understand it's okay to swim about, 8 months a year. It's okay to swim outdoors, so. Hey Argentina, welcome to Hong Kong, where we just watched a Christmas display here in the landmark shopping mall in central Hong Kong, one of the very high-end shopping malls with Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Dior, Marc Jacobs, Ancala. I mean, just basically all the stores that you see in Vogue magazine. So let's get out of this shopping mall. I love this mall. This mall is pricey. Well, when you come to Hong Kong one day, you can visit Victoria Beckham. Anyhow, Well, I'm in Hong Kong. I live here. I've lived here 7 years. This is my home. Oh, here's the paper airplane we just saw. Now we can see it up close, yeah? It's got a little kid in it. The Page toilet. No, it's not England. Victoria Peak is up a bit farther. Oh, it's great speed. Internet's pretty fast here. At home, we've got about 130 megabits. That's just because I didn't pay for the 1 gigabit option. Because I wasn't sure if I'm going to move apartments in the next year. Upload is quite fast. I mean, I've streamed pretty fast. Honestly, let's put it this way. My mobile phone connection here is considerably faster than it was in the United States. You got 130 fiber, so yeah. Actually, my upload from my phone is usually faster than my download. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Most people are working. It's not, and it's a frickin' Tuesday, so it's not like really, you know, a shopping kind of day. So it's Tuesday morning. Oh, that one's flying up and down. You see that one, that bird? It goes up and down, while these other ones go round and round. All right, let's head out. We'll come back here many times over the next few weeks. We'll miss the U.S. I miss things about the U.S., but not everything. If I miss the U.S., I would just go home. But I actually have, frankly, I have a better lifestyle here than I did in the United States. I don't have to worry about crime. I can walk everywhere I want and have some of the best things from all over the world right at my doorstep. They're considerably more expensive here. How are prices? Well, for you, because you're a bot, I don't think we really care what the prices are. No, because it's very easy. In fact, most of the time I don't even notice the crowds. There's about, the government says there's 800 homeless people. The private sector laughs and says there's 2,000. That's in a city of 7.3 million. That said, there are tens of thousands of people living in substandard housing, small houses, even caged houses, but they're not technically. I've never been pickpocketed. How do you know it's a bot? Because it repeated the question and because the profile picture had her in a bikini. Yeah. So girls in bikinis repeating questions generally get blocked. And you are notorious. Well, I'm an American, so does that make me my unfair trade policies? What? I get confused sometimes. Manipulation of the dollar, yeah, not like the United States did quantitative easing to just, you know, for what, 3 whole rounds of quantitative easing. That wasn't manipulating the price of the dollar, now was it? No. No, when we do it, that's just okay. But when other countries do it, they're manipulating the dollar. I'm a dad. Thank Obama for that. Yeah, sure. And Mr. Trump has been really quick to label China a currency manipulator like he promised. Oh, he didn't. I see. I see. 7.3 million. But we have about 200,000 to 300,000 tourists on any given day. Oh, iPhone 8s. iPhone X's. So this guy is an iPhone 10 reseller. He buys iPhone 10s and resells them on the street for a profit. That reminds me, I've got an iPhone 10 waiting for me. Another one. A friend hasn't replied if she needs it. I'll have to deal with that before noon. What time is it now, guys? It's probably too early for noodles. 10:12. Crap. Yeah, they're real. People buy iPhones here and then they sell them to that guy for about, $100 US profit. He turns around and sells them for about a $200 markup. Yeah, Hong Kong does celebrate Christmas. As a commercial holiday, only about 15% of the city are Christian. But it is a public holiday, and Boxing Day too. Lunch today is going to be noodles, I think. But it's pretty early. I mean, I'm already at the noodle place. Hey, there's a Christmas tree. I should go steal it. I need a Christmas tree. So the Christmas tree delivery truck has just showed up. Too many women, actually. Too many women and not enough men. Looks like a Christmas tree got mugged here. I mean, honestly, that's what happened. A Christmas tree got assaulted here. So this is the store that sells leather thermal underwear. Remember that skin-tight leather thermal underwear? Yeah, I gotta get that for the wife. There it is, right in there. See that? That's skin-tight leather thermals from Italy. Because you just know if it's that cold, you want skin-tight leather. Well, there's the Christmas trees. You know what those? So that tall tree right there, that 6-foot tree, that's 120 US dollars. Yeah, 120 US for a Christmas tree. Whatever. So these are the Tai Cruisers. These are Velfires. This is a Toyota Velfire, which is a shortened version of the Toyota Alphard. And we call these Tai Cruisers because they take the Tai, or in American parlance, the ladies who lunch, out to get lunch, basically. Technically, they're not allowed to drive the employers to and from work. They're only allowed to drive the children and the wives under the terms of the visas for the drivers. So Tai Cruisers are all over the city, taking ladies out shopping or whatever, or husbands. A Titam is the big business boss. Is called a Titam, and his wife is colloquially nicknamed as a Tai. It's only 10 o'clock. I doubt my noodle place is up. Well, you can hire a driver for $1,000 US dollars a month. Well, 1,200 US a month, basically. And, like, he'll drive the car and pick you up and wait and do all that crap. So why should you drive, you know? They're Toyotas. Toyota Alphards. Some Nissan Elgrons, like mine. Bowen Road, I know where that is. It's just up the hill. Women are allowed to drive, of course. Hey, Sweden, how's it going? We're actually talking about going to Gothenburg this summer for a soccer tournament, but we haven't quite decided. So there was a scene from the movie The Dark Knight. Batman was filmed right here on this little intersection. So there's a scene where Christian Bale is talking to Morgan Freeman about some drug dealers in Hong Kong. It was filmed right here. Oh, we're waiting. So it's 10:30. At 10:30, the 12,000 24/7. Yeah, in 14 minutes, the escalator switches around. So the escalator is in the down mode right now to help commuters get to work. And in 14 minutes, it switches to up mode. And all these people are too lazy to get started. So they're just waiting here for like the next 10, 15 minutes for the escalator to turn around. Hey, New York. I've never really had any problem with the locals. 12,000 Hong Kong. That's about 1,500 US, but we've actually seen drivers quite a bit cheaper, 10,000, even 9,000. They do have stairs, yeah, but it's 19 flights of escalators. It's probably about 600 feet vertical. So people are just like, I'd rather wait for the escalator. All these people are waiting for the escalator. This is really lazy. We're going to eat noodles, but it's really kind of early right now. I don't think my noodle shop is open yet. I think if I went in there, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing in here? It's only like 10 o'clock. Plus, I already had those 2 donuts. That's the problem, is I'm stuck down here now. I got to do something. Let's go walk through this street market. Actually, it was funny. I was listening to the radio last night, and they said that Hong Kong's population is like 30% of Hong Kong is overweight. And I was just like, and then my kid's like, Dad, did they just say 30% of Hong Kong is overweight? Those guys cutting chicken feet. And I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, lots of good music. I've seen the Tesla truck on TV. I've never seen one in the flesh. Looks cool. I think it's also because Asians have a different body mass index than Americans. They have a different guidelines for Asian bodies than they do for Western under the BMI. Yeah, Starbucks, no Wendy's, no Nando's, but McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, 7-Eleven, Circle K, Starbucks. Is the food market? No, the food market's not expensive. Well, some things are. I'll go show you some really expensive stuff. But this stuff is generally pretty, well, I don't know, reasonable by Hong Kong standards. So these are $1.20 for a bunch. And what do we got over here? Bananas. So those, what are those? Those are 18. That's about $2 US. No, it's because they exercise, and I mean they're always walking. That's tofu. Everybody's walking all the frickin' time, and they eat smaller portions. But actually, they eat just as much McDonald's. I mean, there's 200 McDonald's in Hong Kong. They love McDonald's, but they do eat a lot of fish. They do eat a lot of vegetables, and they do have a healthier diet. I mean, walking. So check these guys. These are expensive. So these grapes, so this is what, 8 strawberries, $13 US. $13 US for 8 strawberries. These grapes from Japan are about 40 US dollars. So that one bushel of grape is 40 US dollars. Those are only $20 US. 20 US. These are ornamental grapes. These are Japanese gift grapefruits. You give these as a gift. That come from Japan. They're specially grown. Ooh, dried octopus. Yeah, those were about $1 each. But the record was $21 for a strawberry. A grocery store in Hong Kong had a strawberry for 21 US dollars. Yeah, there's Burger King. Burger King here actually sells beer. We do shop at supermarkets. I don't shop here because I don't find it sanitary. I wouldn't say a lot of tofu, but they certainly consume more tofu than Americans. My kids eat tofu a couple times a week. My oldest son loves tofu. My youngest one tolerates it. So we're going to go up into a wet market now. Wet market's where you get meat. But we have cheaper grapes. Those were expensive super grapes. That's $1. Those are $1 US, $1.20 US. So these are eggs, Singapore eggs. 9 eggs for, that's not a bad price. Thailand eggs, 10 for 10. So it's like $1 for 10 eggs. US eggs. US eggs not served at room temperature, which is just ridiculous to Americans to see US eggs unrefrigerated, because US eggs should never be unrefrigerated because of the way that American eggs are treated at the farm. What do we got here? Blueberries. So these regular strawberries, those are $4 US for those regular strawberries. Okay, let's go watch them cut up an animal. Eggs taste the same. No, they don't really fake vegetables. They might fake organic certification, but I don't know. Fish heads. Roly-poly fish heads. They don't serve dog here. It's against the law. It has been for almost 40 years. Unlike the United States, 43 U.S. states still have loopholes allowing you to eat your pets. Here in Hong Kong, it's against the law. Some ribs. This is from the United States, actually. That's from Ministry. This is imported ribs from Argentina. I don't know. And over here we've got fish balls. Balls of shrimp meat and fish meat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, there he is. I ran into that the other day. That was kind of gross. Those are pretty. 60, so that's about $8 for 1 pound of these cherry tomatoes from Spain. These are from Holland, and they're only about $5. Is the fish fresh? Yeah, in fact, they let you watch it die, usually. Sometimes they flay the fish alive, and you can see the heart still beating. It's literally a flayed fish with a beating heart just sitting there. And that's how they show you how fresh their fish are, because it's still twitching even after it's dead. Any self-serve salad bars? There are some salad places, but they're not really self-serve. I don't think it's hygienic. You have to understand that we have more people per square meter here than you'll ever encounter in the United States. And such the idea of a self-serve thing, it's just not really as good. No, they don't eat dog here. So here's some chicken feet. They do love chicken feet. Oh, they've got black chicken feet. Almost a whole chicken. I don't really know. Oh, well, a silky chicken, which is a black chicken, is $9. So that's a black chicken. These are pigeons. And then these are chickens, judging from the head that I can see on it, I would say that is a chicken. And then there's the chicken innards. Chicken innards are a big deal. These are like dried chicken thighs. Tastes like chicken. What does black chicken take? Black chicken isn't really eaten. Black chicken is made into a soup. Pregnant women and women who are sick will eat black chicken soup as a recovery thing. So like when my wife was pregnant, God, I had to go all the way out to the Asian grocery store like once or twice a week and buy a black chicken. Oh God, that was monotonous. Oh, that and the lack of French fries. To be honest though, a lot of Asians in Asia are suffering from air pollution on their skin. I mean, a lot of my wife's friends in Asia, their skin has really gotten bad as the air pollution has gotten worse and worse. What time is it? 10:25. I don't think my noodle place is open, but we can walk by and go see, yeah? Black chicken soup is like the soup you eat when you're pregnant in China. You have to eat black chicken. Oh, this is a Chinese tailor doing the traditional what do they call these, quibos or something like that? These are the traditional Chinese outfits. Now, actually, you'd be surprised how many women actually have them. Even Western women. Oftentimes they like to dress up in those. They're very form-fitting. The weed just grows. I mean, we've got dandelions, Bermuda grass, Jimson weed, kudzu. I mean, if you want weed, you just go over there. They're all over. There's no need to buy it from anyone. They get the pollution in the skin. It gets pretty icky. So this is the place that serves no terrorism. There's not crime. We had 22 murders last year. I mean, 22 murders for 7.3 million people. Yeah, I mean, that's like a murder rate. That's like 8 murders a year for Chicago, 12 for LA, 2 for Baltimore. If Baltimore had 2 murders a year, you'd have the same crime rate as Hong Kong, yeah? Black chickens are supposed to make you healthy. Well, they're not if you're a web bot. Why? It's a lot of different things. Basically, every idea everyone's ever put forward for reducing crime, they've tried. From more police on the street to greater emphasis on education, a better economy, private security guards, and no guns, yeah? So... Hey, guess what? It's noodle time. We're going to go in early. Hi. Over here. Suck in. We're going to get some noodles. Because it hurts. Hi. Snuck in, yeah. Yellow noodle, beef wonton. Beef, yeah, cook light.
Cook light. Sorry,
No worries.
I
sneak in.
Sorry.
Okay. So this is where we're at, guys. Chim Chai Kee Noodles here in Hong Kong. This is my regular go-to noodle place where everybody knows my name. Population of 340 million.
Thank you.
Thank you. There are 340 million, yeah, there's 7.3 million here. So, but adjusted for like the murder rates. So we have 22 murders for 7.3 million people. English is the official language. Why don't you like to comment about the UCL player? I don't really care about that. My real name is Andrew. Here in Hong Kong, yes, most people do speak some English. So we're here at Chim Chai Kee Noodles. I have a small startup doing influencer marketing for live streamers. And I just realized I've been holding the phone in my right hand and I've got to unplug my phone and plug it into my left hand. So hang on, we're going to unplug the speaker for a moment.